So last year, I went to this amazing trip to Saudi Arabia, and there I found places that forever I couldn't forget. So yes, the weather was hot. It can get around 40 degrees Celsius in the midday, but the air is dry though. So even if you lie outside sunbathing, you won't even easily sweat. And that is the little thing I love about Saudi Arabia. The places are spectacular. Well, the first place I want to mention is Quba Mosque in Medina. Well, it's 8 a.m. today in the morning, and I've already here in one of the most beautiful sacred places I've ever seen. It's the Cuban Mosque. What I really love about mosques in Arab is that many of them has a great historical value. I was very surprised to know when the guide told me that Quba Mosque was the very first mosque that was built by the most important person in history of Islam, Prophet Muhammad. And since then, it was continuously built and renovated by Saudi's families and caliphs. It is very beautiful in its own way. Well, it doesn't need many colors to stand out. I mean, Quba Mosque is just simply white. It's like it's letting you know that it's sacredly beautiful. And just like its color, its architectural design is so simple and sweet. I mean, it has less carvings and ornaments. It's just surrounded by 4 minarets, and it has an open space in the middle. Then there's no roof at all. I really love it. Quba Mosque is like the perfect example of less is more. Then there is Jabal Rahmah, or famously known as the Hill of Compassion. I'm with my brother here. We're on the top of Jabal Rahmah, which means the Hill of Compassion. Jabal Rahmah look nothing more than like an ordinary hill, except it is fully covered by rocks and it has a beautiful blue sky above. But it is so special because Jabal Rahmah is believed as the first place that Adam and Eve met after they were sent to earth. So there is this superstition that says Jabal Rahmah is the best place to pray for the love of your life. And that is interesting. However, I'm not recommending this place for you for this position, of course, but obviously for the great historical value behind it. I mean, it's like, wow! It's the first place that Adam and Eve met after separated for about 300 years when they were sent to earth. It's like the beginning of history of mankind. This is where it's all starts. The next place I want to mention is Al Masjid An-Nabawi, or it can also be called as Nabawi Mosque. I think it's the biggest mosque I've ever visited. Well, this place is huge. I mean, like really huge. It could maybe contain the whole citizen of Medina at once, plus all the tourists, of course. And it has a very wide yard, a very wide inside, and also it has a basement for cars. I've been to many mosques, but the thing is, it's just surprised me what Al Nabawi Mosque has underneath. Check this website. I was very amazed when I first came there. However, I think it's not the size and the awesomeness that attracts people from all around the world to come. People come for one purpose and one purpose only. It's their prophet. So if you go there, you go to the southeast corner of the mosque, and there you can find the tomb of Prophet Muhammad. And I think that is the main feature of the mosque. Everybody wants to go there, and I won't say that it's easy to go there, because you have to wait in line for your turns, and sometimes you have to be a little bit harsh just to make your way in. There is this one experience that whenever I think about it, it put a smile on my face. It was a beautiful evening in Ramadan time, and I was going to the Nabawi Mosque for an evening prayer. When I walked to the mosque, I met this local guy who I don't know why, but he started talking to me friendly. In Arabic, of course. He made this gesture like, come, come. And I stupidly followed him into the mosque. At that moment, I was so afraid that this man is going to kidnap me or scam me or I don't know. And then inside the mosque, he suddenly grabbed my hand, and I was thinking like, oh my god, it's happening. It's really happening. Then he dragged me further into the room. Then he told me to sit within a line alongside with the other men. And after I sit, he suddenly prepared me some food. Yes, some food for breaking the fast. Well, what can I say? It is a very special experience to be in Saudi Arabia during Ramadan, the fasting month. Because in Ramadan, if you go to the mosque in the evening, there will be lots of people who will welcome you with free foods. I mean, they're just giving it for free. And in fact, they are not just giving it for free. They are like scrambling for people, you know. So here is the number one place on this list, the Masjidil Haram. Well, visiting Nabawi Mosque is, you know, it's wonderful, but Masjidil Haram is like another level of awesomeness. It is so epic, and the reason why it is so epic because it has Kaaba on the center of it. So as you probably already know, Kaaba is like the center of the universe in Islam. Muslim people all around the world will pray to the direction of this building every day. However, in Mecca, people are no longer praying in one direction, but from every direction. So they will all surround the Kaaba and praying. It's like the symbol of world peace and unity. Masjidil Haram is the focal point of umroh and hajj pilgrimage. So, considering this is the holiest site in Islam, this place is always crowded, 24/7, no stop. There will always be people praying or doing ritual hajj, no matter what time it is. And it's like, wow! There is this ritual in umroh and hajj pilgrimages, which called tawaf. This ritual needs you to walk 7 times around the Kaaba in counterclockwise direction. And to me, that was a really both crazy and enlightening experience because it is so dense and crowded. The nearer you are from Kaaba, the more dense the people is, and the harder for you to move. But you always have to move, because if you don't move, you will get carried away with the current. Well, that is for now, and of course there's a lot more to tell when it comes to Saudi Arabia and the places I mentioned. And if you have any question, do not hesitate to ask me or email me at sujatmuhammad@gmail.com.